Can you guys hear me or anything? You know, Be- because the reason why the stream fucking blew up is because I tried to start it from OBS, but for some fucking reason it just stopped. Because back then I could start it. I could start it from OBS right away. Oh, okay, that's good, that's good. And now, for some reason, it just doesn't. So I have to start it from YouTube, you know, the YouTube studio. Yeah. Again, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel so fucking disgusting now. Oh god. Fucking girl of Raves. Alright. Fuck, no, wrong. Yeah. What? Whoa. Why is it not showing? Wait, it used to show. It used to show. No. Oh, yeah. Now it shows. Alright, everyone. Welcome to the BotC ranking list that I made on my Wikipedia page. And well, here it is in its full glory. And before that, I did some renovations. Because before that, I had show as X/S tier, and Kuroji used to be in E tier. But I decided to just create a whole S tier for Kuroji because they suck, and show, well, this game won't be updating anymore, so, well, show is the only broken character. Well, you can count Lumen, but still, you know, if you're talking like pure kids, like absolutely, you know, purest kids, then Show is the most overpowered character. And let's start with Kuroji. Also, I have those sub-pages where I explain everything. So it is a bit run down because, well, as you can see, there are, you know, I didn't really update them. And the reason is, well, one, because, well, I'm busy with university and, you know, health stuff, you know, this channel stuff, etc. And also because, well, BotC is dead. So, you know, also, guys, could you at least, you know, kind of wave off in the chat, please? In victim of Drink still, yeah. So, Kuroji Shitodo. Let's start with the worst character. Kuroji Shitodo. Again, I will read this, but it won't be like, if there is something that I have to explain, I will explain this in this tier. In this stream, I mean. can I have some context about gameplay and that stuff? BotC is a cafe simulation game, but it also has battle mechanics. So you have two sections of the game. One is the cafe stuff. That's where you get the most resources like money, ink. You get experience from here and gain ink gems this by leveling up through cafe. And well, you also increase the energy threshold by upgrading your cafe up to level 100, where you have the maximum energy threshold of 250. And well, the part that I'm more experienced, because well, surprisingly there's a lot of stuff you can optimize in the cafe section. I do have more knowledge on battle section because it's overall pretty easy. And well, if you had played the South Park, the Fractured But Whole, this is kind of similar. Alright? But I'll explain more when I'll start discussing the characters. And Kuroji. Oh, Kuroji, you sweet summer child. Oh. Kuroshito is that one gacha character who is outright useless that it almost becomes a joke, and it's that so for the wrong reasons. At first glance, they're meant to be a mixed green element attacker, jack of all trades of sorts. They have poison gas for debuffing enemies with poison, and poison gas is a 6-cell attack that has a 50 base chance of poisoning the enemies, which will become 60 on the max level. Also, yeah, you also upgrade your skills. Though upgrading those skills is a bit tedious, so there's sneak attack for melee coverage on black element, which has 1 cell. Front and back switch ratos which is also for melee coverage, and it has 1 cell of range. And the only has a bonus of hitting for multi-hit and has the overall multiplier of 400 for... I would like to, but I cannot... well, I also cannot read Japanese a whole lot, but I just have muscle memory plus, if you know katakana, then that's good enough to play BotC. For 442 attacks, so each hit deals 221 attack, which, well, the percentages are basically, if it's 100%, that's just using your base attack stat. And so it hits like 4 times Kuroji's attack stat. Well, it also accounts for defense, but I'm not really feeling to explain them most in depth. Like, again, we'll get there when we'll get there. And their ultimate attack, which is reverse cut, understanding and injury, a range homing attack with added bonus of being multi-hit. It also serves as one close bomb. It has overall multiplier of 270 of special attack. And again, homing, it means that you can select your target and it can never miss. Sadly, it doesn't know you. It's actually really sad. It's a very sad attack, actually. But yeah, if it's homing, that means that the attack won't miss, because, well, if you have a setting up attack, like if you come a bit farther, like Monochrome Ray, which is an arrow sniping attack, which well has 1 turn of charge. That means it has a chance to miss, because, well, the enemies might just move away. But with homing attacks, you don't really have to worry about that. But it also has 1 cell, and I'll get there. And well, for the traits, which is like the things that make the character kind of worth running, is, well, that's a Scholar of Prehistory, which is an inherent trait that gives Kurochi level 2 buffs to their special attack and special defense for 40 turns, so your special attack and special defense are increased by 20%. And ambiguously, purpose in archaeologists is just increases the critical rate of characters appeared in evanescent existence by 10, which I can only assume like by 10%, I suppose. I don't really get how the chance related stats work. Yeah. Also, if you're going to try BotC, you have to have English locale. And yeah, English locale, because if you have any other language locale, it won't fucking start. So keep that in mind, And their first fucking awful trait is that they have plain mediocre stats. And let me pull it up, fuck, I should have prepared for the stream a bit better because, well, I will be also looking at stats a lot. Oops. But yeah, I think BotC is overall a worse experience for, like, people who want to get into Len'en or, you know, have already played the STGs and just kind of got bored. Oh, right here. And here. So, on first glance, when you don't really know anything, these stats actually look good. Kinda good. Like, they have seemingly decent attack and special attack. Again, I said that they're, you know, oh, hi Catman, that they are a mixed attacker, and they have, you know, mixed defenses, like, in the same. But their attack and special attack in comparison are pretty mid. Because, for example, if you bring Kurohibi, who is already a very decent attacker at base, they have in 70s. And Aoji also 700s, I mean, not 70s, 700s. And even the midest character, I would say, like, the most vanilla of characters, which is like, you know, oh hi Inister, has in 700s. So to have stats in 600s, that's fucking tank level of attack stat. That's fucking tank level. Well, not really tank level because, well, Yasami has in 500s, which is not good. But still, that's still very fucking pathetic. Very pathetic. And, well, their defenses, and oh god, it will be exacerbated by when we will touch upon their strengths and weaknesses, which is like the elemental stuff. Oh god, they're very frail. Like, their special defense from S tier units is the lowest in the game. Absolute fucking lowest. Like, and to give you the perspective, like, we all know Tsubakura is a glass cannon, and in reality they are a glass cannon in BotC, but they have higher special defense. Even it's not really that big, like only slightly. They have better special defense than Kurochi. And you wanna know which is the second lowest? It's surprisingly Tsurubami's. Their special defense is 484. And they have pathetic 479. And 484, that's the same defense stat as Huaka, who is also a fucking frail character. So yeah, their stats are very fucking mid. They're very mid, actually. And the speed, oh god. Like, oh, well, the speed is very important stat, I would say. And that's what makes Tsubakura not kind of suck ass, because, well, they have a very high speed, like in 915, which outspeeds a lot of things. And, well, Tsurubami also has a high speed of 703, which also outspeeds most things. But, well, Tsurubami is a support character, so they have to be quite speedy. So, if you want to support Kuroji on offensive, which, to give them some credit, they don't really have to, because they already have their inherent trait, which means that they don't really rely on Tsurubami to get the attack boosts. But that's still kind of a bit inconvenient that they have a higher speed stat than Tsurubami, if you want to have them as your carry, and even then, yeah. And MP doesn't really matter because, well, you usually last for 6-7 turns regardless. So again, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. HP is admittedly a bit high, but still, there's still, if your defenses are shit, then HP doesn't really matter. And the random stats are just not really that impressive, and movement range is admittedly pretty solid, but still. Oh god. And the second thing that I hoped it would be fixed in the full version is that they have wrong elemental scaling. And by that, well, let's look at their depths. And well, the depths is when you upgrade the unit. And the upgrading system is kind of similar to Limbus, but also, you can also use the duplicate discs to upgrade the character to their max potential. And again, I said that they have green elemental attacks, or well, wind elemental attacks. So they have damage increase on fucking dark elements. This is so fucking disgusting. This is not good. This is awful. Because, well, they actually lose out on some amount of damage. Like, I would run the calc, but, I'm not really feeling it, but, well, the user is, like, as far is pretty much 10% boost. 10% boost. And, well, they pretty much lose out on 20% damage increase on their signature fucking spells. And that's not all. Because dark element skills are just atrocious. Very atrocious. Like, you could just run, non-special, like, moves. Like, Reikon doesn't really use a lot of their unique spells. Because, well, they're really just utility based. But for fucking Kuroji, and, well, there are only 2 general attacks, general dark attacks, which is sneak attack, which only does 270 of attack, and it has a range like this. And, well, like, it was in science, yeah, it's in science. Poison gas, an attack that doesn't really do much damage. 105 attack, and it's only used for utility. It's only used for afflicting poison. And even then, in Unreal difficulty, it's not applicable. It's barely applicable. And they can settle for other attacks, like Blind Shot from Kurohibi, which is a dark elemental attack. But why would you do this? Also, yeah, you can see the ranges for the front and back 3 traitors, which is 1 cell, and reverse cut an injury. Like, why would you want to do this? Why would you want to spend 300 of your discs just to install onto Kuroshi, who will lose this, by the way? They will lose front and back 3 traitors. And well, you kind of don't really want to replace your signature skills. No, I just feel bad about when you kind of have to replace them. Because maybe there can be useful. Maybe there can be useful. And the other option, which is even more flimsy, is New Star Supernova, which has the cast time of 3. So it'll take fucking forever. And Kuroshi could use this. Kuroshi could use this as a dark nuke. But, you know, the cast time of 3 is what bothers me. Because, well, it was made with Klaus in mind. And Klaus, you know, as much as they're shitty, they have a very good buffing abbreviation, which reduces the casting time by 1 turn. So they essentially have 2 cast time, which is ready by turn 3, which is acceptable. But for Kuroshi, it's turn 4, and that's already fucking late game. That's already fucking late game. Yeah, UI is kind of not good. UI is not really good, but okay. So yeah. And another thing that really cripples them, in my eyes, it really cripples them, is that their common weaknesses and rare strengths, well, they can kind of get away with rare strengths, but common weaknesses. Fucking common weaknesses is so awful. Very awful, guys. Because they're weak to fire and water. And these elements, if you don't play BotC, these elements are very common. Absolutely very common. Especially Abrasive Jet, which will chunk them for decent damage. Especially since it will definitely reach them. And well, Fire and Flame, well, it will also absolutely will reach them through Ig, and you can't really do anything about it. So yeah. And it doesn't help that the majority of boss fights also, you know, big on water and ice, like June, Aoji, which, well, I tried to run them in tough Aoji fight because I thought their wind coverage could serve me, but no. They only provided the critical buffs and they almost fucking died. And well, Show can be excused because, well, this is one of the few scenarios where Kuroshi is actually good. And well, Santa Claus, because, well, they will, if they want chunk them for big damage, they will definitely get fucking frozen. And being frozen is awful, because, well, you can't move and you receive even more damage. Again, like I said, you see these moves fucking all common. And you can also do the melee, because, well, those are range attacks, and range attacks are always good, but melee attacks can also chunk you, because, well, Fire has Crimson Lotus, and Crimson Lotus is a very good move. So having your Kuroshi being hit by it is so awful. Just, it will fucking decimate them. And Water Balloon is just embarrassing. Because, well, this attack is silly, and it's not really all that strong, but it will fucking kill Kuroshi. It will kill Kuroshi or heavily injure them. So, you know, and that's another thing, because, well, they can only do melee. They have to be on the front lines to even a chunk for the for the cheat traitors, because it has a pathetic range of one cell in front. So, and well, there is a benefit to having a range in this game, because the more range you have, the more flexible you can be. So, for example, like Kurohibio, like blind shot, well, they are more comfortable in frontline positions. They can be a bit ranged, or like Huaka, where they keep a bit of distance to not be threatened by Crimson Lotus sword. And well, Huaka is pretty much, always uses the yeah. And again, I said that their moves are very underwhelming, because, well, again, I was explaining range. And again, like, Huaka uses the range a lot. Like, to not only maximize their damage output if they're on front lines, but also to keep at safe distance so they can still chunk you for good damage. And well, there's also a one cost bomb metagame. Well, how I like to call it. So basically, in BotC you also have bombs, which, well, pretty much the insta move. So your ultimate move, which usually has a charge time, the charge time just disappears. And well, in later units they also have a damage boost. Like, and in later I mean like the EMC guys. For the evanescent resistant guys, it doesn't really apply. And well, there are and we have currently 3 types. Those who have 3 cost bomb, which are pretty much your ultimates. Like, they always will chunk for good damage or have a high special ability, but the drawback is that you can only use once, because you can't really earn the bomb items in this game, even though it was planned to, have the bomb items. Then you have 2 cost bombs, which you can use them 2 times in the stage, and those are pretty much recommended. And well, one of the characters heavily benefits from having a 2 cost bomb, and the 1 cost bomb, which is pretty much, you can use them 5 times. And well, from the metagame, Kurochi fucking sucks. That bomb is not worth it. It should have costed like a half a bomb item. Then maybe it'll be worth it. But if it costs 1 bomb, then no. Because, well, Tsubakura Enroku in Waiter form, they have monochrome lay of bizarre foods, which, well, will chunk for high damage, because, well, they have a high multiplier and they have a high attack stat, and it has the utility of applying poison, which is very good, especially in story stages. But to be fair, Tsubakura Waiter is kind of a rare character, so yeah. And Yabusami Hole in Chef form has a Dimension Cutter, which, well, it won't do damage, because they have low special attack stat and they have a low multiplier. They have at least 85% chance to inflict minus special attack, minus 2 special attack, or minus special minus 2 attack. And those buffs are separately applied, they're not applied at the same time. So you could have minus 2 special attack but no minus 2 attack, or vice versa, but you could also, and most likely, you could have minus 2 special attack and minus 2 attack level, which is still pretty good And you know, this is way better than status buffing moves base status buffing moves that have only 50 and they don't even increase upon leveling. Raycon has Raycon Beam, which is, a bit of a finicky move, but, this low multiplier is carried by the high attack stat, and Raycon has a very high attack stat, and they have a utility of burning opponents, though burn isn't really all that, good. And the chance of burning opponent is like 80-ish% if you're accounting for every hit. And Tenkai has the best one-cost bomb because, it just gives you team-wide level 2 buffs. To your defense and special defense. Fuck, I should bring some water. But oh well. And their only good traits, and even then their flimsy good traits, is, they're a bit of a decent gold or metal ghost killer, which are the enemies exclusive to dailies. And even then, the reason why it's flimsy is because, you usually just skip dailies, and, they all will return the skip tickets, so it's not really all that good, but if you're running low on skip tickets, then that niche is pretty decent. But again, we have way better characters, and they even form a full-fledged team. They form a full-fledged team. Like Tsubakura Enraku, like Fake Bakura, has Monochrome Storm, which is just way better. It has actual range, and так, сейчас. No. Oh wait, I haven't expanded this. Yeah, it has actual range, which is, 6x3 is enough to chunk a lot of ghosts. And it hits by 3 times, but still, it's just way better. Way better. And, Klaus has is just a way better ghost killer, especially as an active one, because it hits 5 times and it has long range, like 5 cells, and it doesn't even have charge time, which again makes Klaus actually really fucking solid, as a ghost killer. Raycon pretty much outclasses Raycon on every front because, they have Raycon Beam, which hits 40 times, and Ghost won't fucking survive for 40 fucking attacks. It fucking won't. But, 10 times, but it will dodge like at least half of understanding an injury. 10 attacks. What Kuroshito do is the one who kind of benefits from their critical support because they have luck stat. And if you mix them, then the Samidara Boiler can be a quick ghost killer because, if the ghost is crited, then they will immediately die. So it is a very neat combination. And Shou Monomori is pretty much Fake Bakura too, but even arguably better, because they have even better range. And we'll get to them when we'll get to them. Shou is fucking broken. Shou is very broken. And Lumen Celeritas, who, doesn't really benefit from their critical support, because, they're from EMC, they already have a base high luck and crit stat. So thanks to their hasty nature, they can pretty much potentially make quick work of the ghosts. Like, again, it might not sound like they're the worst character, but in reality, they're fucking atrocious. Downright atrocious. Especially like Klaus is leaks better than them. Is leaks fucking better than them. Like, I should pull up my tier list. Because even though people might argue against this, to me, personally, Kurochi is just fucking better. No, not Kurochi. Klaus is just fucking better. And oh god, I might have some internet issues, which like can be finicky, but don't know. Again, it all has to do with my internet provider. So, Klaus, who is supposed to be a joke character. Like, first of all, they have 1000 knives, which is a 5-star long, null element, multi-hit move that hits 5 times and overall multiplier of 265 attack, which would be solved if their attack stat wasn't fucking trash. Because, well, here, 300. Their ass won't be fucking dealing damage with this. And new start Supernova, which, well, on paper sounds very good, but on reality, well, again, look at these stats. Look at these fucking attacking stats. 400. That's not good. That's not good. This high multiplier won't be fucking saving them at all. So, you know. And their bomb is not worth it. Their bomb is not worth it. And then the character who has a flash bomb, which is fucking weird because Kurochi! Where the fuck did you fucking flash bomb go? Where the fuck did your fucking flash bomb go? Because, well, in BotC, they have the flash bomb uses their flash bomb graphic, like negative and positive, but still, that's how are they not having a fucking flash bomb? How? Like, it won't fucking benefit them a whole lot because they're already frail as shit, and well, flash bombs are serving as a fucking counterattack when you just don't know what will happen next. So yeah, like, and you just set up the flash bomb just to reduce the incoming damage. But still, like, Chase could have just made something. He could have just made something to have them a fucking flash bomb. They don't have a fucking flash bomb. Like, how? And fucking Klaus has a fucking flash bomb. That reduces damage by 85%. It has a 150 chance to inflict attack and special attack level 2 debuffs. Which is, well, in the regular situation, like in not unreal difficulty, it is nigh guaranteed. And they also cost 2 flash bomb gauge, which accumulates over time, but especially if you take a deliver and take receive damage. And for that traits is abbreviation, which is a very good buff, but it won't be serving Klaus shit because, well, they're not an offensive character. It's probably a problem on their end. Yeah, it kind of does this. Fuck, I sometimes forgot. But, don't know, it just, again, I have a very finicky internet provider, which fucking, like, shows me on a fucking me Wi-Fi site, where I have, and, well, I have to turn on and turn off my Wi-Fi to just, get it working. And it might affect the stream, And, well, this is a party skill which increases HP and MP of characters that appear in Evanescent existence by 10%, which doesn't really do much, actually. Doesn't really do much. It's not really that necessary. It's just high numbers, and that's it. When the more important numbers are the defense, you know? And one of their good traits is that they're excellent metal gold's ghost killer, which I established pretty early in the Kurochi section. And their potential is solid tank, because, well, back then I thought tanks were fucking shit. Back then. Because, well, again, this game prioritizes range. Like, the better range you have, well, the better, pretty much. And, well, if enemies have high range, then why the fuck do you have tanks? They won't be reducing damage received by others. They won't. But then I learned the tank tech, which, well, there are enemies that have close range attacks, but they hit pretty hard for DPS characters. And, well, that's what makes Klaus and Yasami actually rise up in viability. I wonder if it's back up now. Probably not. Fuck. But anyway. So, you know, the D tier, C tier, again, it's not really that relevant because I place them much higher. But, yeah. I kind of forgot what I wanted to say, but whatever. It's just not relevant. They're not relevant because I didn't bother to update them. And, well, their strengths as a tank, like compared to Yasami, is that they have the largest pool in the entire game. Well, one of the largest, and they have slight resistances to every element, which that means that they receive 20 less damage to all of the elements except for null, which they only have 10% reduction. And, well, they have 10% chance decrease of debuffs, which also affects the chance inflicted by per hit, which means that try as you may, Reikon can't deal burn on them at all, because, well, their 10% resistance to burn pretty much overrides every hit of 4%, and Show also can't paralyze them, because they only have 10% and they pretty much, cancel each other out. But if you want to poison them, then you have like 50-40% to poison them with poison gas. Yeah. They also have a solid flash bomb in G30, which is, well, cheap and also has a high damage reduction. So it pretty much aids them in their survivability. If you don't really have any thoughts on how to spend your FG gauge, because, well, at least I personally rarely use flash bombs. Like, again, I only use them on the times of uncertainty or when I knew I was fucked. I was fucking fucked and I had to save the character. And, well, they might be one of the better petite heal users because they are low on the speed bracket. And, well, it can be a good thing because, well, the enemies are most likely already finished their turn. So their heal won't be overladen as early as you might think, yeah. There are also abbreviation shenanigans, but again, thanks to their low offenses, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even fucking matter. And, well, they have 0 offensive presence, which for some characters it's not really a big deal, but no, you kind of get sad that those on paper decent attacks are just wasted on this fucking goober, you know? Kind of makes you depressed. And here is the base character, Yasami. Oh. Fuck, I have to... If the Len'en wiki is having problems, then fuck, I'm fucked. This stream is hijacked, oh no. So, for Yasami, they have dimensional detachment, their only signature move, which is, well, hits everything on the field with 303 special attack, which is decent early game, but is low in the late game, like when you beat Unreal stages. And Maiden Speed, which is, again, could be a solid flash bomb, which also aids in their survivability. And for the threats, you have Barrier, which buffs their defenses by level 2, which is by 20%, which will last for 5 turns, which is a bit overkill, but whatever. And Flawless Toothlessness, which will decrease the damage taken by Evanescent Existence units, which in my opinion is way more beneficial than HP and MP increase. Oh fuck. If it's not going to be fixed by the time I'm finished, I'll finish the fucking explaining everything, I'm kind of cooked because, well, I should have fucking pulled the beta explanation. Fuck. Because at least it has, beta, the event-based characters like Santa Claus, like Ghosts, Melon, and they're a bit more interesting to talk about. And again, aside from tank support, Yasami has nothing substantial offer at base. Like, again, they're very much a nothing burger. They can only carry you in early game, especially when you get them to Deep 1, when you unlock their bomb, which pretty much sweeps through entire easy mode. Oh, so the problem is the Len'en wiki, and well, fuck, it's very fucking common that, it goes on a downtime like this. For at least thankfully I have some tabs to use as reference. Again, in my revision I should probably remove this because, well, again, it's not really that float as a tank, it's more like tanks are float. And, well, if you know the tank tags, then Yasami is actually very decent. They can sponge quite a decent amount of damage for your DPS to then catch up and then destroy the melee attackers, the melee enemies. And again, like a very good bomb for early to mid game, because again it sweeps through easy mode and mid and, well, the normal mode stages. But if you get like Tsurubami to depth 1, then Tsurubami is just strictly better than Yasami. Just by virtue of having, higher multiplier of 369 and, well, being multi-hit. Well, 369 is the overall multiplier. It's not like it hits for 900 with something, or maybe even thousands. And, well, the ease of customization is that in back-issue stages, like especially on early stages, you have to use them. And again, Yasami isn't even that good. So the fact that they can be at least customized more freely does gives them a bit of an advantage. So again, it really only applies to early back-issue stages. It's not really like, oh, you can, customize their moveset quite freely. And, well, they're also a solid support unit because, well, they're pretty bulky and they're also decently fast, strangely enough. it's back up. Yippee! Yippee! Well, I did go out of order and didn't touch on them. But I'll finish talking about Yasami and then I'll talk about, and well, in emergency I'll also pull up this and this. And well, I was looking up Yasami's speed stat. Again, it doesn't really look that much. 441 isn't really isn't a lot. Like, there are definitely characters that are faster than them, but it's still very decent. It's very decent, especially for a character that you expect that would be slow as shit. And yeah, again, Klaus is leagues better than fucking Kuroji. And Yasami is just, also leagues better. Leagues better. And well, I came up with this support kit during the beta days. Because, well, the beta was more offensive. And, well, having a support is just, well, is nice. And, well, Barrier is here for supporting Reikon, which I'll get quite later. But overall, I would say buffing special defense is much more valuable than buffing defense. And even then, like, if you want to buff defense, then you should have, the core mutations instead. And well, since I finished explaining Yasami, again, they're pretty much like a damage sponge. And well, Klaus is also a damage sponge, but I kind of now feel like Klaus might be actually worse than Yasami. Again, Yasami has better bulk overall, and well, Maiden Pit might actually help you with stalling, And well, for the... Oh god, I remember the days when I put Chef above base Yasami. Oh, now I do. And the current day fucking disagrees with this. And the reason why Chef and Santa are this low, like E tier, is simply because, well, Unreal disallows debuffs at all. Like, there are exceptions, like general stages, like enemy stages can allow debuffs, like when I swept through the stages with Show, some enemies got paralyzed, which was surprising. And well, but with boss fights and boss fights are usually much more important, and tough stages also, like, you don't really get too much mileage from having debuffs or having debuff-centric characters. And well, look at this fucking red text. Again, thanks to introduction of Unreal difficulty, this unit is mostly outdated. And I actually might change this and just outdated. It's not outdated, obsolete. Obsolete will be a fitting word. Because, well, they lack any offensive prowess. Because, well, it's very low. It's laughably low. And it has also a very awkward range. Like... dimensional detachment and dimensional cutter. Like, at first, you would think that it's actually good. Like, Aleph, what the fuck? This is actually fucking really tasty. Why are you calling this fucking a shitty tier range? And I'll tell you why it's fucking shitty. Because it's melee. And there are not a lot of enemies that are melee. Like, there are enemies that are going on the front lines, but the even more dangerous enemies are in the range, in the like mid guard or like rear guard. So, you know, it's not really all that useful. And even then, those like melee characters, they could just not even in just in front, but like one stages of cell away or two cell away, you know. So again, this is pretty much useless. Again, because well, you can't even inflict the debuff. That's the first, and the second is just it doesn't do fucking damage. It doesn't do even an iota of damage. And Klaus pretty much can do the exact thing, even and arguably even more consistently, because well, if the enemy will attack them, then well, this enemy will have a fucking increased chance of getting their offenses lowered. And even though it's only on one character, and even then it's not really all that reliable because it will target the enemies that attack them, and even though there was option to select your target, which I thought, like I tested it, but still, like Klaus can just deal this debuff more consistently. And well, Dimensional Cutter can be spammable, but again, I would say that Melon's bomb is just way better. And here is and well, the other reason why they're this low is not only because well they're rare, like again they're in an event character, so they have a lower chance of appearing, even though the banners are just permanent nowadays. But still, they're not real. They're still very rare, a very rare character to get. Oh wait, that's wrong stats. So let's compare. Like, you can say that arguably, Yasami is more bulky. The chef form is more bulkier because they have, like, I remember it's higher. Fuck. Too bad that those things are not collapsible, and I'm not sure if I can, refresh it. But like, yeah, they have like higher physical defense, and well, the special defense isn't that atrocious, but still, like, why would you bring them? Like, maybe just for better bulk, but still, I don't really see the point in bringing them. And even then, Yasami is at least useful in the early game. And well, you kind of have to run them on early stages. So yeah. And Santa Claus. Well, they're just funny. This, well, the flaws of base Klaus, they're pretty much the worst version. And yeah, I would say that this point is pretty much still relevant because, well, there is one very specific niche that they have. And that is on tough Lumen stage. Because this is the only tough stage that allows debuffs to be used. Even though you could... I think tough Evanescent Existence also allows debuffs on Unreal difficulty, but I can't say for sure. But still. Like, Freeze is very deadly. Extremely fucking deadly. Because it not only prevents you from acting, and this is important, because, well, time in BotC is money. Time is money. Time is pretty much the opportunity. Any turn skipped by your nugget is pretty much a turn wasted. And you don't want that. You want to be as offensive as possible. And well, freeze has also a very nasty side effect that fucking increases the damage you deal when you're frozen. And they have a level 2 freeze, which means that you have plus 20% free damage. That is insane. When I fucking discovered this, I fucking went, what the fuck, Jinx? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why did you design this? I thought like, because well, I thought the 2 level freeze meant like maybe you have 20% to get out of freeze, like, you know, 20%, you know. Again, like, the fact that debuffs had, you know, actual descriptions is a bit of a recent discovery made by me. Because, well, I am the one who pretty much, you know, does some contributions to the BotC wiki. Even though not anymore. Again, this game is dead. And even Iki isn't even that interested. So yeah. And again, since they have a permanent abbreviation, which pretty much afflicts the trick and blue attacks, and I'm not sure if it's like trick and blue attacks like together, like they have to be in both trick and water category, or like it could be either water or trick, like it will be decreased. Again, I'm not sure, and I don't want to test this. Like, Potato said to me that you can hack this game pretty easily, but no, I don't really want to risk it, you know. And well, again, I'm not really fucking that invested into testing this fucking shit out. But yeah, I did try for the Christmas special cubes and with the current blast, which is well, this move is overall not very good because well, they have a one turn of charge for an arrow attack, which is not good because well, the enemy could just, you know, move away even by random chance. But when it's casted immediately, it's very, you know, satisfying. Very satisfying. But, well, the special attack is still abysmal. Very abysmal. So, and again, even if you could argue that Chef is better than Yasami in terms of bulk, because they have a high physical defense, Santa Claus is just, you know, worse Claus. Way worse Claus. And I would say that they're the worst tank of BotC. Or at least when it comes to damage sponging. Yeah. So, who is cooked up? Next is June. And June is also another character who is a tank. And you know, the first debuting character of full version, which is a bit disappointing because I thought we would get evanescent existence, not evanescent existence, emergency every day. Earth Miraculous Sword banner fully ready. I expected it to be fully ready, but no. But anyway, June is a bit different from tanks, like, you know, damage sponge tanks, is that they can actually be active on paper. Because, well, they have a very nice sniping tool in Satellite Parasol. Because, well, they have a tensile long dual water elements and overall multiplier of 210 attack. And, well, let me show you the range. Let me show you the fucking range. because it's really good. Yeah, here it is. I love this. I really love this because it pretty much, helps you a lot, in repositioning June, because they easily could hit like 2 enemy lines at once because it doesn't have a charge, which is also another thing that makes this spell really good. And it has decent-ish multiplier, and if you can't reach the line, you can just use the fringing, like either this line or this line. Like, it's very convenient, and it's overall a way better version of Abrasive Jet, because it pretty much virtually has the same range, but kind of worse, because it's only attacks from the front. And it also serves as a flash bomb for June, but I'm not really feeling it, because I feel like Jinx should have made them flash bombless, because they don't really have too much mileage from this, or maybe actually make more moves for the characters, because EMC started this lame trend where units only have one original move, and that very saddens me. Like, maybe for early stages, maybe that's excusable, because June isn't really that, but we have fucking Kurohibi, and Joe also has maybe some usable spells, and especially Lumen. Lumen also has a lot of usable spell cards, but they only have one special move, which is sad. And they have a way better inherent trait, which is Umbrella, which boosts their defense and special defense by +3 for 3 turns. Which is way better because, the fights are generally way shorter, and, +3 boost is better than +20 boost. And EMC characters also started this lame trend of giving everyone a party skill. Like, in previous, pre-beta, everyone had, a clause for their party skill. Like, only even as an existing characters could receive the buff, or, only characters of certain race could receive a buff. Like, the only characters that didn't have that before is only Melon, and even then Melon is excusable, but for EMC characters I just don't see the case. Why would you do this? There should have been a clause. There should have been a clause that is only received for the EMC characters. Even though all of the party skills are not really that good, like maybe for exception of Show, but we'll get to them when we'll get to them. So yeah, they're pretty much an excellent tank, and they have a bit of an aggro, because, unlike Yasami or Claws, they have elemental weaknesses. Because, Yasami didn't have elemental weaknesses, and Claws has overall slight resistances, but June has some weaknesses, and that is to Fire and Flame and, Darkness Nether, which is not really does too much favors, but can potentially, redirect some of the attacks to them. Maybe, potentially. Like, I still didn't really figure out the priority, but enemies usually prioritize the most weakest character. So, yeah, that's another thing that makes Kurochi fucking suck, because, they're the weakest characters on the field, so they will be targeted a lot. You know those memes from, God forbid, Honka Star Rail and that fucking, Fox Lady that has shit ton of aggro? Yeah, that's pretty much like Teen Union, however you fucking call this. like, yeah, they have fucking infinite aggro. They fucking have infinite aggro. So yeah. And again, they are an excellent sniper, and overall, they're not the passive character. Like, the minus of Klaus and Yasami, which could be not taken as a minus because, well, they don't really get to do much besides sponging the fucking damage, is that, well, they don't do anything, and Jun can actually do some things. But again, they ultimately just have low damage. But overall, they're solid, very solid character, I feel. Who's next? Oh, Tsubakura Enroku, the character I don't really like, but admittedly can have some niche utility. Okay, so they have long attack multiplier because, well, Monochrome Ray uses their special attack. Well, and while it has a decent multiplier and maybe it's good when you actually hit it. Oh god. Let me pull it up. Their attack is way higher. And it's also boosted by their inherent trait, which boosts it by 20%, and their speed also is boosted, so that's why they normally can't be outsped by normal means. But they use their way inferior special attack. Oh god, Jinx, what the fuck did you fucking smoke? What the fuck did you fucking consume to make them use fucking their special attack? Why? And their flash bomb also uses that fucking special attack. Jinx, my dear friend, why the fuck do they use their special attack? Or if you wanted them to be a special attacker, then don't make them a physical attacker. Well, at least they'll have a good attack, so, you know, they can be a physical attacker, but it still sucks. That they can use their Monochrome Ray. You know, their fucking move of all time. Oh. And, well, their glass cannon nature is useful in many situations despite being them very fail. Yeah, their speed is what essentially carries them, and their high attack. Because, well, they can pretty much be a preemptive attacker, which will eliminate the danger pretty much as early as turn 1 before they even attack. Or maybe as the sniper, but still, you know, like, having glass cannons and overall the frail characters in BotC is not really all that great. Because, well, the game prioritizes survivability, and overall, like, a unit lost is just your turn lost. So, you know. But overall, they're still very good. Like, they have very good movement range and unparalleled speed. They have overall high attack stat, and they're a solid sniper. They're like, you can plop them either on front lines or on rear lines, and they pretty much, you know, chilling like that. And, well, the ease of customization. Which makes them, you know, have a much more flexible movement. Moveset. And they have a low cost on the flash bomb, which can save your ass sometimes. I'm not sure. And the waiter, I would say, is overall better, but sometimes Tsubakura you can be also better, you know? And, well, the reason why they are technically better than Tsubakura is well, they have actually correct multiplier because, well, their Blizzard Foods scales off of their attack, which is very good. And as a result, they can also work as a standalone unit because, well, they don't really rely on their poison application as much as the other debuff characters. But even then, they're already a very excellent poison applicator. And, well, they are quite expensive, but again, since we have permanent banners now, well, you can pretty much realistically raise them, but still, like, it'll still cost a lot. Because, well, they're rarer and, well, the S discs are harder to get. Overall, a solid character and a solid attacker. But again, sometimes you find Tsubakura, base Tsubakura very useful than, the waiter. And here's my personal favorite, which is a vanilla character of all time, Fake Bakura. And here they are. They also have a decent moveset, like they have a Clarity Cutting and Silver, which has 5 length. It's a range move that deals 293 of attack, which is very decent and can help you in just hitting the opponent when they're at low health. And Monochrome Storm, which is, well, the excellent crowd control. Very excellent crowd control. Even though I'm not sure if their bomb is worth 3 bombs, but whatever. It's still just a very excellent move that you can also run on Tsubakura, arguably, to make them, the base Tsubakura way better than they actually are. So you do kind of make Fake Bakura a bit of obsolete, but they also have a very incredible passive support because they pretty much buffs all the relevant stats, which is, offenses, defenses, and speed by 5% of even as an existent units, which is still a majority of units, so this is very good. So good. But, well, their only flaw is that they're pretty much, they really require sex overkill ES-centric teams to be effective. And again, ES-centric is because, well, their really good party skill is only applicable to even as existing characters. And in Hex and Overkill is due to, if they're placed on way smaller teams, it just feels like a wasted slot because, well, in duel is just, you have to learn the DPS characters or, the required characters like Yasami or Tsubakura, and DPS like Reikon or Hoaka. Double teams require at least one supporter to 2 damage dealers. And, well, and I mean active support like Tsurubami, not passive support like Fake Bakura. Delta teams you can plop them on Delta team, but it's still just the active support slot is mandatory in my opinion. Yeah. And then Quartet is can use Fake Bakura, but again, you'll always will use Tsurubami for the support, So there. And again, they're generally just, they're good, but not good enough to be run as the consistent party member, especially in full version, since you have the EMC characters roaming around. Who's up next? Melon, my favorite character, because they're basically a support character. Because, well, Yubari Melon is a very unique move, which, well, is a substitute move that takes damage in place of party members, within the spell area of 3 cells wide in the front, which would sound good if not for this. The barriers is broken. And I could explain this in the stream, but I would recommend watching my video. Tenkai is broken in the bad way. Like, let me look it up. It's also surprisingly one of my popular videos. Like it for some reason garnered 100k 40 subscribers at views, which is very weird. Maybe boobs helps. Maybe boobs helped in that regard. Like, my video on Tenkai is overall just a neat breakdown of why barriers are so broken. And again, if you can pretty much see it. Like, with the monochrome Ray, they would be receiving 1260 of attack. And if Masked Melon was functional and still worked like, like Melon Barrier, it would be 280 and 835 attack. That is insane. Tenkai is pretty much cooked if this fucking hits on all of the characters that are covered by them, And the AI in the top stage to June on Unreal. Yeah. Actually, a very good point. Because they have one thing that also really good is that they have a nice resistance to the water element. And maybe I should actually run Tenkai now. Because, I tried to beat the stage, but I had no luck, And I tried stalling, and I tried, kind of have a full-on attack, so, But thanks, Catman for the really good idea. I haven't really thought about it. Oh god, and I call myself a fucking BotC expert on this. But anyway, since, the AI will know. The AI will fucking know if you use Yubari Melon Barrier. So they will use the highest ranged and multi-attacking moves as possible to, kill Tenkai. Which is, scary. Very scary. They also have this nasty Spirit Illusion weakness because, this element is very solid, even though it doesn't have any signature owners. Like I hoped it would. Jinx. And they also have very low speed. Very extremely low speed. Which, kind of contradicts the great support capability. Which is to give out the Melee Pepon, which buffs your defenses by 20%. And since it's a charge move, you're only getting this ready by turn 3. Because they always move fucking last. This is so awful. Very awful. So ideally, you should actually extract this move and place it on someone else. I personally put this on Lumen. Just because they have the abbreviation. But we'll get to that. And they're also very expensive to raise. But again, since we have the permanent banners, it shouldn't be really a thing now. Like, you can at least have a chance to get them, and with your S discs you can pretty much raise them to depth 4, or maybe through gacha. Again, banners are now permanent, so they're much easier to get now. Just in beta they were only exclusive to the probability machine. So yeah, that's why they're very extremely expensive. And now ghosts. Well, ghosts are very simple. Very simple. They're just healers. And well, there's nothing to it. Like again, their only flaw is just well this fact that they're alien and they overall have like a lower bulk, you know. And if you want, you can place null heal on someone with higher special attack stat like either Lumen or Hoaka. I personally chose Hoaka because well their ultimate skill is just fucking atrocious. Ugh. Again, they're the most simplest character. Like, they only just heal. Just heal, if so. And here we get to the neat stuff. Aoji. The nuke of BotC. Because, well, current wave, current blast is, well, it's a sniping move. It's a sniping move. And, well, they're not real. They can function as sniper. It's not really their best forte. I would say that Total Blue Wind is way better. Oh, hail it. 3 eyes. And well, let me demonstrate the range. Так, блять. Blue. Like, it doesn't seem all that impressive, but they can cast it from the distance, and that's what makes it very good. Because, well, you can just fucking set it up and just wait for the 2 turns. They're usually pretty much, ready by turn 3, and it is pretty much okay in that situation because, well, again, they're nuke. Their job is to chunk a lot of damage and finish the enemies off. Or, well, either severely cripple them or just fucking kill them. And since it's, a charge attack, it also benefits from support because, well, Tsubame could just, focus on some other character in the meanwhile while they still charge, and when they're ready to launch their big fucking Oppenheimer bomb, they can pretty much go all fucking in. They're pretty much the enabler of setup play. And well, again, they're excellent because it charges for 2 turns, I would say. Origin gameplay, yeah, they're really good in nuking situations. And well, they also a late stage sweeper, and yeah, they also are good in like closest stage, but you can also arguably say that Show is arguably way better because either Show plus Haka or Aoji plus Show. You can argue that is a better combination because they resist the water, so Klaus is gonna opt out for also damaging options. And yeah, they're also a great source of mass water and ice damage. And again, it's really good on Christmas frontlines. But the only bad thing about them, the only bad thing about them is that they only get useful if you want to play long term. Like, if you played the game and you didn't really like them, like in early game to mid game, Aoji is kind of useless because, well, they take too much time to get going because, well, they're a charged character. Like, one of them is a charged sniping attack, and the other is like the nuke attack, which isn't that relevant in like the early game or mid game when the enemies have low HP, so they will be finished by turn 3 or 2. at this point. Yeah. But other than that, they're pretty much the overall very well-rounded character. And they're also fun fact is that they're like in BPOC, they're also the most bulkiest Shitodo here. Even though they're not really as bulky, like their defenses are decent, but they're not really like Kurohibi. Like Kurohibi also has similar defenses, but again not tank levels or show levels. Who is also a bit of a defensive character, well, bulky character, I mean. And well, the two Shitodos are just frail. Like, but if one Shitodo is frail and that's bad, the other is frail, but it's actually, they have a high survivability, but we'll get to them a bit later when we get to talk about Kurohibi! Kurohibi, my favorite character! And that's because, well, they're jack of all stats. And that is good, so good. Again, their attack set is 766, which is already very acceptable, even high. Like, and especially with support, it can be even higher. Yeah. Their defense stats are also pretty good, and I would say that +2 defense core mutation is also very recommended to heighten their physical defense set because, well, they're going to be on front lines. Well, I wouldn't say they're a tanking unit. It's more like they're bulky attacker. And well, being a bulky attacker is very good in BotC, but still, you kind of have like, they're not really tanking a lot because their weaknesses are admittedly pretty annoying to deal with. Like, fire is pretty much a very solid element, especially on physical side. And while you can't keep your distance, like, there is also the issue of Ick, and well, the Ick is pretty much this is where they're cooked. And well, light is also a bit of a nasty little bugger. And Kurohibi doesn't have the range advantage, but they're still very, very bulky, and they can weather through some kits. And well, their speed and move is 3. Well, speed stat is also very good. Like, they also typically move quite fast, better. Yeah, I forgot the difference between bulky attacker and tanks. Usually they overlap between the two games. Oh yeah, we have a character who is overlapping. Like, they not only have high offenses, but also high defenses. But we'll get there. And move stat of 3 is very good. Like, move 2 is disgusting, but move 3 is just, this is like a night and day difference. Because, well, and well, with Tsurubami, it becomes move 4, which is also very good. So good. Which, well, allows Kurohibi to freely move around the battlefield. And well, the higher the move is, the better. That you can, reach more enemies or just, be in more advantageous position. And that's where the meat of the Kurohibi comes in. The bane of humanity. And that's because they're fucking effective against humans. Like, those killers in, like, Toho Lost World, where, it guarantees a critical attack. Well, it's not really that as good as in Lost World, it's still really good. Because combining with the depth perks and, their inherent talent, which, well, increases the the damage dealt to humans by 10%, and their depth perks also increase the damage dealt by... Блять, wrong fucking Kuro. Wrong fucking Kuro. Where is he? Oh, yeah, here he is. Yeah, there's also Bane of Humans and another Bane of Humans. Also, yeah, I also forgot the depth perks of other characters, but you know, they generally just served as to bolster their attacking prowess. And well, this one doesn't really come into much place, and again, we'll get to there when we'll get to there. Again, the other, depth perks are kind of boring, but for Kurohibi, it's very good. Very good. So yeah, it's pretty much 30% damage increase, and almost every boss is fucking human. And not only that, they also have fucking excellent elemental coverage. Absolutely fucking delissimo elemental coverage. Because, well, Cut Sleet Snake is, well, the wind element, and Bloodshot is black element. And with, like, Lotus Crimson Sword and, like, Gensukick or Thunder God's Sword, like, you can interchange, like, Gensukick and Thunder God's Sword because they essentially have the same range and multiplier. But the Crimson Lotus Sword is just a very excellent move for physical attackers, and Kurohibi also very highly benefits that from. So they're pretty much like no one has like no one is truly fucking safe against Kurohibi's elemental coverage. What was Link's cooking with the spell Kumao? I don't really knew about this, but still insane. Len'en's pro humans than Yokai. Yeah! And like, again, even if the EMC gang is like Yokai and they kind of lose on 30% damage increase, which is equivalent with the level 3 fucking buff. And again, they can be buffed on top of that. Like, Sho, Lumen, and June are weak to their fucking elements. Like, June is weak to Dark and Fire, and Kurohibi can learn Dark and Fire. Like, Dark is inherently this, and like, Fire is just a given. Sho is weak to Fire and Thunder, and well, Kurohibi also is, again, it's a given that they have fucking Crimson Lotus Sword, and then we have Lumen who is weak to Dark, and while Kurohibi is in a fucking danger because Lumen is a light dealing character and it's not really all that advantageous, but that's still like they still have a fucking 50% bonus increase, damage bonus increase from hitting the weak element. Seriously, like in Pokemon, like I know there's like Mewtwo because their coverage is fucking insane, dude. Like plus 50% boost is just so good, and with added Bane of Humanity, they also shine in the back issue stages and oral story stages because, they're allowed to spam bombs. Which is like, with a fucking 420 of attack, plus 30, like, so good. They sweep EMC cast too. Kurohibi hate all the Pokemon TMs get stuff from everything. Yeah, they fucking flex on fucking EMC cast too. The only characters that can actually stand a chance is fucking Raikun. And even then, it's not even When, like, that necessary to bring them against Raycon. It's not necessary. They really just have fucking... They hold the entire cast on the fucking chokehold. Kuroshito just started riding that high after everyone realized him. Yeah, I forgot that their upgrade is also very fucking overpowered. And here is another high damaging unit, who is also very interesting. So yeah, basically Kuroshito has everything. Absolutely everything going for them. Like, they're that fucking overpowered in this game, while also being fucking balanced. Because we haven't arrived to the, the broken shit yet. To the ridiculous shit that is EMC. So yeah, let's start talking about Hoaka now. Oh, and you can already see this. Oh boy, now that's the unit that refuses to be bad. Hoaka was pretty notorious in their playable PPLC debut when they absolutely shredded the stages and with how broken they are. And while in BotC they're more or less balanced units this time around, they're still extremely powerful in this zone that every player needs to look out for. Yeah, Kuroshito is literally a fucking god here. And absolutely, like, if you want to fucking play this game, they're like a must pull, they're a must have. They will serve you all the paths. But I would argue that in early game, Hoaka would be better if you get them like early. Because, well, they plainly have insane damage output and utility. And, well, this is the move that pretty much carries them. Hot and cold Samidara Boiler. A melee 40 cell long blue and red attack that hits 2 times and has an overall multiplier of 310 at special attack, and well, this is pretty much the specifications. And well, this move is garbage. This move is actual garbage. Back Rolls Root is perfectly balanced move and is not overtuned in any way. Yeah! Oh, we'll get to that when we'll get to that. Don't you fucking worry. And yeah, they have insane damage output. Like, on first glance, they don't seem all that bad. Just a high damaging special attacking unit. But when you start looking a little bit closer, like, again, this move is also not charged, so they can easily spam this. Until they run out of MP. But here's the boss. Here's the fucking boss. They have a fucking plus 60 damage increase. This. Like, you would think that, well, they have moderately high special attack, like, not really, they have the second highest special attack, and they have a decent multiplier. It shouldn't really attack that high, but no, you have to take this in account also, because you get plus overall 30% damage increase on water and ice and plus 30 on fire and flames, which would sound pretty okay, but with their dual element nature, it's pretty much this plus 60 damage increase, which pretty much makes them very versatile and valuable, because, well, if you don't really hit that effective on one side, you can pretty much hit either neutrally or super effective on the other side, or hit on super effective on the other side and hit neutrally on, and plus hit neutrally on one side, or even better, hit 2 times on fucking super effective, which is like even plus 100. So it has like a ceiling of plus 160% damage increase, plainly and simple. And well, like, when I mentioned Kuroji, like they have like the worst resistance in water and ice. Weakness, not resistance, in weakness of water and ice, which are fucking common in this fucking game. And well, with Hoaka, despite their frailty, they have the best resistance. And it's not just your regular resistance. It's fucking plus 70 resistance to the element. Like, let me. Like, sadly, it doesn't really change depending on, like, you know, the numbers. It's only like registered the 50 minus 50 and 0. But they have 70% resistance, which means that they receive 70% less damage from water and fire attacks. So enemies are just that less, they have less incentive to actually target them. And well, light can be a bit annoying, but dark isn't really going to affect you unless you're tackling boss fights, like in Kurohibi. And even then, like, again, they have a high damage output, so normally they should have taken care of the threat much more easily, very quickly, to get seriously hurt. And well, since the petite heal scales of special attacks are also a surprisingly great healer. And well, if you want to get rid of this fucking garbage move, then you can go for null heal. And they're a great user of this move. Very great user. And null heal is already a very good move because, well, it has a very good range in attack. Noel. Did I? Yeah, I didn't expand the magic. No. Noel heal. Which is, well, has a very cute range. Which is very good. Very good. And well, they do have a bit of a downside that they kind of required Tsurubami to be here because, well, it's not really because of, you know, it's just bad. It's just fucking horrendous. It just doesn't synergize with Hoaka at all. And let me explain that why Tsurubami is kind of important to Hoaka is just, well, because they increase their movement range. Because, well, their movement range of 2 is very low. Especially for, you know, the active DPS like Hoaka. And, you know, Tsurubami does help them out in that regard. And, well, they also, you know, boost they also active, you know, support, so they also have a great synergy between each other. And, well, to explain why Steam Blast Eruption is so fucking awful. It's a 2x2 circle shaped, but it's also melee. Like, the benefit of Aorgis is that it's arranged. They can, you know, stay in the mid guard and just chilling. But here they have to be on the fucking front. Like, to get the most mileage. And you have to wait for 2 turns, which is awful. Hoaka will be fucking dead by now. By 3rd turn. So, ideally, you should always have this. You should always spam this instead. And replace this fucking dogshit move with Noel heal. Like, this multiplier is not worth it. And the damage bonus from it is also not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And now, the characters that I have a bit of a copium on. because Potato tried to convince me that they're not good. But I refuse to believe them. Tsurubami is still fucking good. And the reason is this: attack command. A supporting move that boosted attack and special attack by 30% for one turn. Which is huge. Very huge. It just boosters like Huaka, Kurohibi and Aochi to extreme levels. Because they don't have inherent traits that, boost their, their attacking stats by certain amount of turns. No, they just boost their, damage output. Like by 5% and decreases MP consumption by 20. This just increases the damage dealt to humans, to Tsubakura likes. And this one just pretty much their depth perk, but even more. So yeah, they can pretty much easily slap these babies on those fucking menaces to society, and that's why I call them the big four of Len'en beta. Well, technically Leikon could also count, but Leikon is their own fucking beast. And well, those two moves are pretty much good in early game, but they fall off very hardly in late game. Because well, these moves have actually a good range, and well, the Mysterious card also has the same atrocious range as Samidar Boiler. It compensates heavily by not being a charge move. So they can spam this and just, if you have their, inherent trait unlocked, they can just, click this and just run away. Pseudo Solo, yeah. What's a hard carrier for... I forgot if this was a part of Pseudo Solo, but what's Rubami hard carrier for that? Yeah, they pretty much enable Kurohibi in this. Because, they boost. Because this is the maximal boost. You don't have like +4 attack or +4 special attack. No, this is the maximum. This is the absolute maximum of boost. That's why they're pretty much, mandatory for this Pseudo Solo to work. Yeah. And Peach Black Eye is just a neat little tool for survivability if you get the 4 FG. And just, as a revenge tool. But it's just slightly. Because we have a better equivalent to that, which we'll get later. And yeah. Also, it's the best offensive buff. Yes! It's the best offensive buff in this whole fucking game. An inexplicable Kamkama is also what makes Tsurubami is as great of a support as they are, because it increases the move of all party members of Evanescent Existence by 1, which is huge. It makes move 2 to move 3, from Virgin to Chat, from fucking level 1 Crook to level 35 Mafia boss. Because it just makes so much of a fucking difference between move 2 and move 3. And again, I would say they're like an evolving character. Because, they're not only great in early game, but also great in late game, but for very different reasons. In early game is due to their offensive presence, because, they have the best range in the game. And, in the late game, mid-late game, their offensive presence just falls off, because, their offenses aren't that great. It's only in 500s, which is not a lot. But still, thanks to attack command and inexplicable Hakama, this is pretty much, the best central support. And well, they have a high survivability thanks to dance, which means that you can, if the move has targeted Tsurubami and it's charged, then they can fucking just move away. And they already have a decent move stat of 4. Like, I believe it's 4. Yeah, it's 4. It's 4. So yeah. Like, they have literally 0 flaws, with maybe exceptions that they can fall off when you acquire certain traits, like Trailblazer +3 attack or special attack, depending on the character. They kind of become obsolete in a sense, especially if you have a lot of red 0 base cores. But I still fucking disagree because well, the later stages, the tough stages of June, Show, and Lumen are fucking bulky as shit. So you need that fucking offensive longevity. That's why Tsurubami Senri is fucking good. Then still fucking, I wish I could put them in the fucking S tier. I wish I could put them in fucking S tier and not be fucking limited. They're still fucking great. They're still fucking great. I will stand on this hill. I will still stand on this hill. Bruh. And overall, it's because they're support characters that don't have to be in mid to front guard. They can just chill in the back of the rear guard and just not be bothered by anything at all. With maybe with exception of Eek. But I imagine pulling for Tsurubami is cheaper than Trailblazer, but I don't know. Yeah, it's way cheaper. It's way cheaper because well, with the Trailblazer, it's very luck based, and overall, like, core mutations are just very luck reliant. You have to have a very good RNG to get the traits that you want. Because well, I had a lot of times where I got fucking completely wrong traits on the characters I wanted. Like +3 attack on fucking Quacker. Like, what the fuck would I need to do that? Quacker is a special attacker. So yeah. And that concludes, they're decent, strong but balanced. Like, A tier is pretty much, a very good tier. Like, B kind of mid. I also abolished the C tier because, well, again, I believe Yapusami is just way better as a tank now that I learned the tank tech. And Klaus is, is a bit more contentious. So if I play this game, I would never get it nice, yeah. So yeah, fucking, I will preach Tsurubami. I will fucking preach Tsurubami. Tsurubami is the goat. They're not fucking not optional. They're still fucking important. Kuroshito gets Runti. Oh fuck. You should have been since the beginning. I fucking landed on this baby quite a lot. Because they just that suck. They suck. But in the brief sense, since you joined quite late, is that because they have fucking the worst resistances and their stats are fucking just are just shit. Their stats are just shit. Their fail is shit and they can attack and they have, well, non-existent range. And here we get to the oh god, so these lots. And well, Lumen is a very curious character because if this game, had payment options, I would say they're pay to win character because you have to invest in them a lot. They're very costly to race. And again, that's why I put this in my tier list, that they're X0 with investment. And like a major investment, I mean. Like, without investment, like, if as the best character, they're like A2 at best, like above Tsurbami. But with investment, they're like, oh ho ho. Yeah, Kuroshito is more of a fucking joke character than fucking Clouds. How the fuck did that happen? And the worst part is that they're supposed to receive a buff, but we didn't get it. Jinx! What did you forget about this? Why did you forget to give them fucking buff? You had fucking 2 chances. You had fucking 2 chances to give them a proper buff. But no, they have to remain fucking shit. But I guess since that's fundamentally broken, like maybe he just didn't bother. Even though they won the fucking raffle. They won the raffle. And you know the funniest part about this raffle? Is that Show and fucking Lumen were in this fucking raffle. The characters that didn't even need a buff. Show is already fucking busted and Lumen already received the fucking buff. Why did they need another fucking buff? And yeah, it's that buff that made them a whole lot interesting than they were upon release. And again, they have insane damage and utility potential because, well, they have the abbreviation on their depths. And like, I have to pull it up here. Because it used to be something else, I don't really remember what. But on depth 4, and overall they have a very interesting depth perks. So on depth 4 they have abbreviation, which well decreases the cast time by 1 turn, which is massive. And well, for some moves it pretty much deletes the cast time. And they also received the Trailblazer of special attack plus 3 on as early as depth 1. Which is very interesting, And they also have a very unique that they also receive the critical buff, evasion buff, and the luck buff, which is, well, plus 10. Became completely busted like Show, so it requires a lot of investment, yeah. Again, like, maybe at base they could be a bit decent, especially like Subliminal Flash did benefit from the turn decrease. Like it genuinely became a valid nuking option, and you know, as a bomb, because well their bomb kind of, you know, is crippled because well they have a halved, you know, bomb damage. But you know, when I maxed it out, I actually found their bomb actually pretty good with their range. Like I even used more than Aochi's with conjunction with Show's bomb. And you really have to invest a lot. But since we have again permanent banners, this investment is way easier to reach than ever before. Because back then you had to find those S-discs, and getting those S-discs is just so fucking awful. So it'll take, with the an optimized strategy, 16 weeks. That's fucking 4 months. And with the most optimized is like 2.5 months. And on average playthrough, you fucking 7 months to get 300 discs. Probably better than Lumen's. Lumen's bomb is not because it's still really good. Yeah. Like it still has a very decent, good range, especially on the vertical side. And well, again, like with conjunction with the Show's Bomb is they synergize quite a lot. So yeah. Oh yeah, fuck. Oh fuck, I got it a bit wrong way because, well, 300 is not for Lumen, but from other characters. But even then, yeah, like you can pretty much, get the required discs from limited banners, which became unlimited, like Show's banner. Like they seem to have a bit of a synergy going out, but still, like, this is a high investment, and if they actually run out of the time, because again, by turn 4 they pretty much become a sitting duck, unless you retooled them into a healer. And well, they're a bit energy heavy, but that's really due to their quirks of having luck, critical, and evasion stats with plus 10. And that's why pretty much this suggested moveset and implants subsection exists. And it was, well, thanks to the idea from Ashbert, who is also a very great player of, BotC. But here's the briefest. Monochrome Ray is very recommended because, well, you can get it from Raycon, and this is like the least expensive move you can slap on Lumen. And maybe Ig, but in hindsight, Ig isn't actually that great on Lumen, if I want to be honest. They also greatly benefit from Current Blast, and even though you have Monochrome Ray, Current Blast has a bit of an advantage, which has like a higher multiplier and can hit for super effective damage. And here we have Thinking Slug Crossroads, because for some fucking reason they have a decent physical attack, which is 653, which is not really that big, but with investment you can actually make this big. Like Subliminal Shining Flame, Subliminal Flash, they're also like Nativity Santa Nova for the debuff. And like I mentioned previously, you can also slap the Melopipon on Lumen to get the immediate defense buffs, which is very good. And null heal for the longevity of Lumen, more so to speak, because in case they become actually a sitting duck. Because before that infamous abbreviation buff, they were fucking slow, because, well, the Shining Flame Subliminal Flash has a fucking 3 turns of charge, which was really long. Really a very long time to wait. So it crippled their viability a lot, and kind of was the basis to create, kind of a false vibe gaming essay that attack isn't everything, Lumen theorem or something. Because, well, they have like high multipliers, which is like 570 attack. And and combining with their highest special attack, which is 817, compared to Huaca's 801, like, it's still a slide, but still makes a difference, and they have already an immediate boost because of that Trailblazer, and they don't really necessitate the support. It's still like they were used to be a very high committal character, but now they're just a fucking juggernaut. It's the Rampada serum, but still somehow good. Yeah, they were previously they were a Rampada serum, but now they pretty much defied the Rampada serum. And now the Rampart's serum applies to Tsubakura. The one who has the fucking wrong multiplier. Again, let me show you, Eret, since you joined kinda late, so... They have like 901, I believe, 901. Yeah, they have... No, I kinda got it wrong, but still, they have this high attack of 891. But they use their way inferior special attack. Why? Jinx, you fucking son of a bitch. Why did you do this? Why did you fucking do this? It's fucking worse than fucking emojis. Oh god. And we'll get... So, they also have well-rounded stats overall. Like, again, this is pretty much a power creep. Play special speed up, so physical attack, but all dark moves with special or gadget. Yeah. Like, they overall have overall good, well-rounded stats as a result of power creep. But, you know, that buff pretty much, you know, fucking broke them. And, you know, oh god, when we'll get to show, you also kind of get why Lumen would be absolutely fucking broken. And we come to Reikon. And the only character I haven't fucking even written a fucking summary of. So, you have to start at the tier list for now. Well, I'll explain why they're good. So basically, Reikon is an offensive tank. Because they have a very high defenses. What the fuck is here? Oh, whoa, here. They have very high attack of 915, which is a lot. And their defenses are pretty good, like 743 and special defense of 857, which is very good. And you know, overall well-rounded stats, like the only kind of flaw is their HP stat, but then we'll get to their inherent trait, which fucking makes them as a fucking menace as they are, while still being balanced. Is what Tsuba wishes they were, yeah. But, you know, Tsuba can work as a fucking frail character. It's just, Reikon is just, you know, very tanky. So, this. You already can kind of see it, why it's ridiculous. It pretty much grants plus 30 attack, but minus 30 special attack, which they don't care for because it's already fucking abysmal. And they don't really want to use special attacks because general special attacks are kind of garbage. Then their defense is boosted by 30. But their special defense is nerfed by minus 30. Which could be a big deal, but you can cure it. That's why they kind of necessitate support. Like, you can cure their minus 3 special defense with like Burial level 2 or Melopopon. And well, their speed is also lowered, but why do you really care? And their move is also boosted, which is very good. So they become a fucking hyper offensive tank. And well, their moves, you can replace Monochrome Race. They're really not even beneficial to Reikon. You can replace them with the Crimson Lotus Sword, which is a very good move. The cream, like its overall damage multiplier is 268, and well, it has a very good range of, you know, three tiles vertically. Yeah, Raikun is a fucking menace. And you can also use a Gensu Kick or Thunder God Sword, but usually you would want to pick Gensu Kick for Tsurubami, because Tsurubami is weak to Spirit. Oh wait, I was looking at this though, because again, Vomit Punch, well, Vomit Punch is a bit of a more finicky move because, well, it is good on like early game, and you can get some early game. It's very easy to get them early game because you only need to beat their stage like once on easy mode, and they're not a really hard boss fight, all things considered. So you can get them for free very early on. And again, they're very powerful, very, very powerful. And well, Vomit Punch, it decreases the defenses by -2. Yeah, I was right. Like, there is a certain chance, and you know, it's not really guaranteed to hit, like maybe even nullified, but still, it's very good, like good application. But it's not really much of a damaging move even despite the null bonuses. And well, Raikon Beam is only useful for dailies because Burn isn't that good of a status. So yeah, they also have decent coverage, and especially like if they and they absolutely can afford being in front lines. Well, maybe with exception when they're threatened by Water Balloon or Thunder God Sword, because well, they are weak to water and thunder, which is not really all that great, but you know, they're still really strong. Really strong. So they also kind of cook everyone in the game, and they're pretty much your safest pick. Like they're an absolute menace, but to give credit where credit is due, it's a balanced menace. Unlike this Show Amanamori from EMC. Here we approach the summit. And again, if you look at their stats, they don't seem all that threatening at all. Like, yes, they have like high HP, high MP, which kind of doesn't really all that matter. Well, I wouldn't actually say that they're a better menace, it's just they have a better offensive presence. But I still would argue that, you know, defensively they're worse than Raikun. Show Propaganda Party, yeah! Like, special attack is abysmal. Attack doesn't seem all that dangerous. Like, they're pretty bulky. They just seemingly not all that threatening. Just a cute little slug that might be meat, but the problem is that they weren't meat. And let me introduce to the most broken move of all time. And at first I genuinely thought that it would be Melapepon due to how versatile it is. But no. We have this fucking shit. Look at this fucking range! 7 cells on vertical and horizontal. They're fucking hitting almost everything on this fucking field. And not only that, it has an overall multiplier of 429 of attack. If you combine all of this multiplied by 3, you get these crazy numbers. And like those high multiplier moves like this, they have huge drawbacks. Like Supernova is like locked to the character who is fucking shit, and Steam Eruption is just fucking awful. And Lumen has to commit to their fucking subliminal flash. But they have a short charge time of 1 turn. 1 turn. For this. For fucking this. 1 turn. Like, and with fucking Lumen, this fucking cooldown doesn't exist. You can spam this move with this fucking high numbers 3 times. 3 times. And again, like, I already showcased you how much of a great range it has, and that it has chance to inflict paralysis. Which is also a very nasty status effect, because, well, it doesn't have a high infliction chance, and that, the effect isn't that good, because it only has the only 10 chance of actual triggering. But it's still, like, paralysis, if you hit that 10% chance, that's like one turn saved. 1 turn saved. That means that the opponent couldn't get that act together, and you get to fucking onslaught them if it's allowed. And, well, and the worst part. Oh, that's the worst part that makes them absolutely broken. Is that it's multi-hit. And let me show you their depth perks, which again, they don't seem all that interesting. Like, yeah, they only boost their damage output by like plus 30, I believe. Like plus 30, I believe. Yeah, by plus 30 on the depth perk alone. But also, you have to also acknowledge their implant, which is their, signature little head. A very cute head, but holy shit, it also so pretty much increases their fucking damage output. Since it boosts the damage output by additional plus 25%. And they have too many fucking prefixes. And since it's multi-hit, that means it procs every fucking hit. So the damage is even much more than anticipated. It's even more than 429 attack. It could be even fucking more. It could be fucking more. I even made a fucking meme based on this. I fucking made a fucking meme based on this. I won't fucking sugarcoat it. Which, well, fuck, I can't really show you. Like, let me. Fuck everything in that general direction, yes! Let me pull the fucking image. Let me pull the image. If I can. Wait, error? What the fuck? Come on, fucking Telegram. Load, motherfucker, load. Ah, it won't load. That's fucking sad. Womp. Well, that means I can show this. But basically, yes, I fucking made a meme. Just because they have too much fucking prefixes. Especially with the fucking boost. The boost! They can receive the fucking offensive boost. With plus 30 attack. And with the fucking implant, the boosted attack. That's fucking insane. Imagine the technique. Yeah. The only flaw that I could ever thought about these awful weaknesses because, well, fire and thunder is not also really good as to have as a weaknesses. That means they're going to be having fucking X for weeks. But even then, like, if they get to fucking destroy their adversaries, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They will fucking fuck everything in that general direction. And plus this. If you use this move as a bomb, you also get additional plus 10% damage bonus. Which again, like I said, blocks every fucking hit. So it hits with a ton of damage. That's a lot of damage. So that's why I fucking can both of them writers. This move already fucking carries them a lot. And due to their, admittedly mid stats, otherwise, without their multipliers, without their crazy multipliers, they cannot run anything else other than fucking stinking crossroad. And you could plap it onto like either Len'en or Lumen. This is the most important fucking character in this fucking game. Like, I get where Jinx came from. Like, oh no, I made debuff characters kind of unviable now, so I have to, and I gave Show kind of mid attacking stats, so maybe 140 attack doesn't sound that bad, but he forgot how to do math and to realize that it fucking hits for plus three fucking times. And with such amount of fucking prefixes. From the depths, perks, attack boosts, implant boosts. Just, And shoutouts to their fucking party skill that also increases the water element damage by 10. Which in turn buffs Huaka and Aochi. And arguably even Lumen if you invest into them. That is fucking insane. How much this slug has in them. This fucking slug. This baby. Who is canonically can't do shit. Just wow. And now you fucking potato an apology. Because they sniffed the fucking bullshit from a mile away while I was on copium that show isn't that good. But now I fully realized how much of a fucking menace they are. They sniffed the fucking bullshit. They sniffed the bullshit. And I ignored that. I genuinely didn't want to believe that my baby, my beautiful baby, can be this broken and unhealthy for this game. Like again, Jinx kind of drops the ball with Lumen initially, and the buff kind of came from the kind of wrong place. Like, I feel like you should have just decreased the charge time and that would have been alright. But still, like, with Lumen I kind of understand. But with Show, dear God, they don't even deserve the numerical. They're just fucking ZX tier. ZX tier. Oh. Oh, so that concludes the mm, the ranking. So what have we learned? That the show is a fucking menace. And that, Kurohibi faults everyone. Even arguably show. They also fault show. The S in S tier stands for slack. Oh. Like, that's so fucking broken. That's so broken. Like, even above, like, the shit like Beach Yukari, I would say. And well, Beach Yukari also has a lot of shit onto her kid. But Yukari at least feels like intentionally busted. And back then, epics were, unsparkable, so that's there. And that's why epics nowadays are fucking shit, because they're sparkable now. And they lost their fucking money. Those fucking greedy ass fucking shits. But this show is just... So... It's Jinx balancing. Jinx balancing in its fucking glory. And well, I should actually, talk about the current state of, Len'en. And well, though there aren't really a lot of people, so, I don't think people will get that mad at me for the scathing words that I have. Alright, if I'm going to be proven wrong on April Fools, then I'll eat my words. I'll fucking eat my fucking words if I'm going to be proved wrong in April Fools. Because I fucking bet there's going to be something. Yeah, show is must pull. But if I'm going to be proven right, I'm going to clip this. So I want people to hear this. Because, well, there aren't a lot of veterans like me around anymore. And, well, again, I do feel like it will attract some harassment going to Jinx and me. Like, I genuinely don't want that. Because, again, it's more of just a frustration of mine. Like, when I heard that Jinx is going to delay those celebrations by 1 year, I was broken. Very broken. I was genuinely fucking angry at him. Because, well, I do understand his feelings. when BotC fucking died. And that, well, 7 years were wasted down the drain. So he wanted to just start anew. And again, I understand. That must have felt really heartbreaking and very frustrating for him. But, the thing is, we too had our 7 years going down the drain. And, to have those celebrations, the celebrations that everyone were looking forward to, just delayed for another year, is just disheartening. Very disheartening. Like, we waited so much. And it was promising. It was very promising. Even though they were just announcements. Like, please. Uh, mm, and for the side projects that we don't know what it is. Like, we genuinely can't tell what is this. Like, we only got the confirmation that it's going to be Len'en related, but the question stands that how related to the Len'en it is actually. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, could it be, you know, actually important to the plot, or is it going to be like non-canon, or is it going to like any sort of dialogue or lighting? Like, we don't have any confirmation on this, and that sucks. That sucks, because if we had that would have been way better. That at least it would have gave us some hope. But you know, it just, I felt so fucking betrayed. I felt so heartbroken. My talking clothes. And you know, kind of I keep fucking forgetting what I was trying to say, and I'm kind of exhausted to say things. But anyway, it's just not the first time we were betrayed like this. Like, I know there are a lot of people who are just, you know, new to the project. But, you know, that's really not the first time we were betrayed like this. Like, and even then, like, that time, it could be forgiven. Because it was related to merch. Related to the funding. And, you know, those line stickers are probably just, you know, kind of cancelled due to line shenanigans. Again, I don't know how it works. But, you know, something like this, something so massive, to be scrapped for another year, for another fucking waiting game? No! I don't want that. I don't fucking want that. Again, I waited for fucking 7 years for something to happen. But in the end, never have I felt so let down. And I'm a person that is so hard to disappoint. Like, if someone was exposed like as a fucking pedophile or something, I couldn't give too much of a shit. Like, well, sucks to suck. Or, you know, kind of, when something is cancelled, I was just, well, okay. But with everything, with fucking Len'en, I felt so disappointed. I genuinely was angry at Jinx. Like, I genuinely wanted him to, you know, actually take action. To actually listen to us. Yeah, it will sting really hard if it's not going to be canon. Like, at least if it's not going to be canon, just give us some characterization. That is like the most thing that is Len'en known about. The characterization. We would have at least some tidbits on characters. So if it's not going to have even a dialogue, that's awful. That's awful. But I guess it's 1 year. It's 1 year, so I may be willing to wait. But if it's going to happen again... Sometimes I genuinely feel really guilty for making Len'en content nowadays. Because sometimes I genuinely think that Jinx doesn't even deserve that anymore. With repeated incompetence. And you know, full version fucking sucked. I will say this. The BotC release of the full version of BotC release was awful, and was infinitely worse because, well, the quality had been compromised for quote-unquote saving space. Yeah, it's also put on hold, which is also another thing that pissed me off. Like, we waited for those games for fucking eternity, and they're put on hold for fucking 37th time of this fucking time. And you know, like, people fucking gave up. And I genuinely wanted, I started this channel just to reignite the spirit of Len'en. I wanted this fandom to, you know, to revive. Because it was fucking dead. Dead as hell. Like, beyond musical arrangements, there was nothing. I genuinely wanted to profess my love for this project. You know, to give it another second breath. But now I wonder if I can actually find myself, you know, actually wanting to do that. Like, like, I feel like my time is being, like, unjustly wasted now. Just because, well, you felt this disheartened and wanted to do your own thing. Like, hell, even him saying that Len'en is cancelled would have been fine for me. And not, you know, fucking another delay. Another fucking delay. Either one of these two could actually rectify a lot of Len'en standing issues like gameplay or large writing for some of the kids. But now we're in limbo again. Yeah. And, well, the worst part about BotC is that, you know, this game was running for quite a while. He should have updated the fucking story. If he said regrets that, oh, my fucking game is dead, then why the fuck didn't you update the fucking story? You kept releasing characters. We were only given one chapter of this fucking story. Like, the prologue, the tutorial, the actual first chapter, and those back issues from beta. We only received this. And it had fucking potential. But we had to do whatever the fuck we want. Even that's not something that fanbase wanted. Like, genuinely. There's no way it just gets put into limbo. Is how relevant Nilo even is. Yeah! Again, it has a lot of potential. A lot. Absolutely a lot of potential. We could have actually known what the fuck is going on the outside world. Or explored the interesting characters that is Nilo. Or what are the motives or Thomas who activated the monocroids. Maybe we could have seen the monocroids. You know, as those sibling characters. But no, we didn't get it, have we? We didn't fucking get it. And that's what pisses me the most about, you know, the current state. It's just, well, with the time he had, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do absolutely nothing with it. Nothing productive. only those characters, and even then those are underbaked characters because they only have one special move. And that's it, which is a downgrade from 2 special moves that evanescent existing characters have. I just felt very disappointed. Like, I still love the series, I still love the characters, and well, I wouldn't have been here if not for Len'en. You know, both in terms of this channel and both of me as a person. You know, like, it genuinely saved my life. But to see it, you know, stagnate like this. Like, I have more hope for fucking Toho. And this is the series I was disillusioned by. I have more hope for fucking Lost World. Fucking Lost World. More than fucking Len'en. That's how fucking how much had things let me down. In this fucking age. Oh. Like, again, maybe the 1st of April would actually prove me wrong. Maybe it'll give me something that I can look forward to. Oh, and this, you know, Pixiv update. Like, maybe it could actually, you know, ignite this flame inside me that has been slowly dying away. Maybe. But if it's not, if even the April Fool's specials will be delayed, which is kind of ironic considering that I also have a delay in April Fool's special, but if it's going to be, you know, not be here, then like, he did make, you know, the Wing Wongs at, you know, the Len'en, like, especially during the game making streams where he made the SCG clones. Like, maybe. Sometimes I want to hope, but my expectations are very low at this point. And well, and on topic of Toho YouTubers, I don't like, even though my Toho videos, like, oh god, I just remembered the Zelcon. Oh yeah, that too, that never got, you know, continued. Yeah, that was, like, it was a very good concept, but, you know, it got canned. And well, about Toho channel and Toho community. Yeah. Yeah, those tracks were never listened. Thank you for reminding me that. And well, yeah, I was talking about Toho. I just kept being, you know, having low attention. Well, even though my Toho videos get relatively a lot of views, so I could technically jump ship and, you know, become a Toho YouTuber. At the same time, Ah, did I connect? Oh, I connected. Well, even what the fuck was I saying? Like, I genuinely get very bored when I read the Toho scenarios. Like, I genuinely think, oh god, and people say that canon is better? No! Canon was actually better than this. Become Mega Man or Mega Virtual Edition. No, my skill is too shit. And, honestly, I don't really like Toho fan games a whole lot. I like Toho likes, like Len'en, Mukai, Jigoku. But, don't know. I have already low skill and I'm very disinterested in Toho fan games. But I don't know what your opinion on Hifu is. That's a good question because I actually don't even have an opinion because, well, I haven't still fucking read them. But I heard that the storyline is actually pretty good, and I did read those in Pseudo Paradise, and it was actually surprisingly really good, even though it is and there was no retelling, but it was still very good, and I actually had an idea to create, a Rin Satsuki fan doujin, where I explain the reason why Rin Satsuki is gone, reduced to atoms. But, I either forget or get, focused on other things, like usually Len'en and, university. And well, like, I think my personality won't match with the Toho community as a whole. Because, well, I am the person who expects a lot better from indie developers. And Jinx ain't... Jinx... This also applies to Jinx, but, Zune ain't caring shit. Like, I know he is like, this whole, developer who was creating the game series for thousands of fucking years, but Jesus Christ, this is not a big indie game anymore. Indie games are actually way better than this. They have better storylines, better gameplay, better UI, better everything. And even then, like, there are, great examples of... What about Seiho? I was never interested in that, I'm sorry. And I probably will still not be actually that interested in it. Well, first of all, because the series is fucking dead. That's the first. The second is that, I'm not that interested in overly militaristic aesthetics. Like, I like militarism, but not like futuristic militarism. It just felt really boring. And third of all, don't know, it just doesn't feel like I can actually make a lot of good content from it. Even after the release, unless it's bug fixes. Yeah. And I thought that they didn't really update actually. Like, they only update if there's something actually serious. Shout outs to Toho fighting game makers for making something very unique. I wonder if I should actually try fighting games because, well, I got a lot of Guilty Gear Strive recommendations, and the ABBA from Guilty Gear Strive, especially her theme, just resonate with me a lot. Like, I'm not here to fit in this world. I just want to make a difference. Like only, like Toho games are only fixed for the major stuff. If it's minor, then Zoom won't give too much of a shit, because again, here is like the physical copy first and then the digital later. And since I have a lot of negative opinions on the recent games like Toho 19, Toho 18.5, like I am very negative on these games, and the casual fan base, especially nowadays, it is like defended with absolute fucking vehemity, or how do you call it? Like they really want to defend this game. Like, no, it's actually really good. Or they're not actually, aware that Zone barely fixes bugs. And, doesn't do any patch notes or whatever. So, yeah. And overall, don't know, it just feels very immature, this fan base. And, with my admittedly low tolerance for idiocy, I will get a lot of bad blood with them. Even though I do have Toho creators that I really do respect and like, even like Megapic 9001 and Gensu Chronicle, those are very good. Aspi FM also really good. Maybe I'm not the main fan base, but it always seems everyone in the biggest agrees that 18.5 is mid. No, I saw it actually defended. I saw it vehemently defended. Like, no, you're criticizing because it's different. When in reality, this concept was actually executed before. And I'm a fucking Len'en fan. I think this shit actually executed. Well, not even... Well, it's not really executed all that greatly. It's still like... way better than whatever the HBM was. How? They probably didn't even play the game. And that's another thing, is that, majority of the whole fanbase just doesn't play the game. And, well, especially modern one is that, they kind of think that, since those games are indie, they are object from criticism. And, since they don't really have to play the games, they kind of defend it blindly, without, experiencing it firsthand. Like, there's a reason why this joke flies around a lot. That, Toho players don't even fucking play the games. Well, the equivalent joke to Len'en is that we hate our fucking games, but we still play them. Yeah. Like, again, I feel like I won't mesh well just because I'm being way too honest when I don't like something. And, well, Toho community kind of suffers from, toxic positivity. And do at least a deep dive into the game and research them, yeah. But the problem, even if they will research it, they won't get the full depth of the game. Like, they may be... Hell, even if that was the case, that no wonder Toho 9 is still regarded as one of the worst games. Just because some fucking guys said so. Because, you know, of quote-unquote unbalancing. Even though we have something like Toho 19, which is defended despite this fucking imbalance. Like, they won't, even if they try to research it, they won't get it. They won't get it unless they're in the trenches. You know? Theory can only carry you this far. Yeah, true. Sometimes you don't know how bad it is until you get hands-on experience. Yeah, that pretty much happened to me when I tried Wallet Detector. Which, after I, you know, realized how bad teleportation mechanic is, I instantly deleted the game. This game. It was genuinely not fucking worth it to constantly spam this fucking shift key. Off-play dissolution for yeah. Like you just pull the auto and that's it. And well, again, like I said, Toho community also suffers from toxic positivity because, well, again, Zun is a indie game developer, so he pretty much kind of exempt from criticism in their eyes, I suppose. Like, I do get that he's a married man and he's old. That's a defense I will actually get behind. It just, you know, if they say, oh, he's an indie developer, no, I won't fucking accept this. The standards for indie games are actually way higher now. Especially for the man of his age and his experience. Like, you normally expect him to get better at this craft, but no. Somehow it kind of got worse. Yeah, I do remember how poison is, especially against the sugar fight. And and since I do kind of want to combat this, I would say I should just stop with early comic releases. He's gonna take a hit from it money-wise. Yeah, like, he tries to keep up the spirit of Dojin, but no, it is actually detrimental at this point. Also, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, but, you know, he didn't actually apply for the Summer's Comic Con this year. By accident, he just got late. So he will present the game at Raid SI. So the Toho game will release not in like August, but in like October or don't know, just autumn generally. And even though at first I thought, yay, if he finally take fucking time to develop game, but then I realized, fuck. That means that he gets a bit of a less time and then he'll try to develop this fucking game for 3 months, you know, time window. Which is not good. Not so good. And I guess there's also, you know, a bit of an issue with me, you know, being gay. So not only gay but also a woman. So maybe to them I'll just be kind of some lamest creator. Lamest toxic SGV creator. My bones. Well, I guess I could actually wrap it up right now. I think if it's this is an opinion, but I like spin-offs with I also agree with that. I also like spin-off games a lot more. But yeah, I think we should wrap it up right now.